Hello, hello. This is Executive Diamond Ashley Kersey, and this is your orientation video. So chances are, if you're seeing this video, you are new to the team or maybe just need a crash course in how to work the business. So if you're new to the team, welcome. And if you just need a refresher course, welcome back. So here, as you can see, this is the front end website. So whenever you hear us refer to that front end website or your personal website, this is what we're referencing. Okay, so this is just a simple guide, just to show you how to navigate your business, how to work your business, and how to understand kind of where to find everything. So like I said, this is your front end website. This is the website that we refer to when clients want to book their own travel. Okay, so this is your website. It's powered by Priceline. As you can see on the top, you have the ability to change the language. So if you're not English speaking, or if you have a client who is not English speaking, you have the ability to change the language to Spanish. Also right here under the Join Us tab, if you click this is where you would send a person who wishes to partner with you in business to sign up. They'll simply click right here on Join Us, and it'll prompt them to put their information in there. Some of you may or may have not seen this link. Also, if you want to log in, this is how you log into your back office area. So whenever we tell you a back office area, or if we tell you to log into the website, this is what we mean. So it's not that front end website, it's now your secured back office that requires your credentials as well as a password. Okay, then we also have the marketplace, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later because that's where all your products are. Any events that we have as a company will be underneath this tab. But let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, we're Traveris Global. So not only do we have personal empowerment, we also have health and wellness, and we also have travel and leisure, and then we have legacy. Here you'll see this is the overview video. Excellent video, especially if people want to know a little bit more about what you do, but maybe they're not quite ready to contact you, but they just kind of want a little bit of an insider as to what we do and how we earn income and how this may benefit them. Feel free to point them to your website. This is just one of the tools that we use to expose the business and also pique interest. You can also share this on a page, on a personal Facebook page, or you can also send this in the email as a link, especially if you're corresponding with somebody who's interested in the business. Now, if you scroll down here, we're just going to keep scrolling because when we get into that back office, we're really going to get into it. But for now, clients, when they come to the website, they can click right here under travel and leisure. If they click book travel, it's going to take them directly to your travel booking engine. If you want to bypass all of this, maybe you feel like that front end website is a little bit too confusing for a client, feel free to go there on your own, especially if a client is requesting your link, and then simply click on the top, copy and paste it. Boom, there you go. Okay, you can send this link to your client. So it will always have your travel name, your URL that you chose, followed by .vacation online. That's the big difference, okay? So if they type in this, it's going to take them straight here to the booking engine. So here, they can book hotels, they can do flights, they can do vacation packages, and they can do rental cars. Another thing that they can do with the website is they can look at sales that we have going on, as well as retrieve their reservation. So if a client says that they booked on your website, but they can no longer find their itinerary, or maybe they say, I didn't get the email after I booked, although I paid and I was charged, have them go to the website. They can retrieve their reservation on your website without disturbing you. You should also see your personal information. It should always say this site is hosted by your name and then your phone number, and it will have the ability for clients to send you an email. Make sure when you send your link to your clients, you explain that to them, that they should see your name on the top of the website to be sure they are booking with the right agent. Very, very important. They can also search by top destinations. So if they already have a destination in mind, or maybe they don't have a destination in mind, but they want to go someplace that's like really, kind of up and coming and a little bit fancier, they can search the top destinations, and that's going to take them right there. Okay, but as you can see, this is the part where people go to, especially if they do not use your services. Okay, this is your front end website. Now let's go back, because now we're going to go into the back office, and I've actually already logged in. So just to show you how to get here, just in case you forgot, if you go up to the website, when you click log in, it's going to take you to your back office. But like I said, I've already logged in. Now, sometimes you may get into the business and you may decide you want to change your URL. Maybe you didn't like the name that you chose for yourself. Maybe you're in a rebranding phase and you really want to change the name. This is where you would go. You're going to log into your back office. You're going to click on My Business Center and you're going to click on Business Site. When you scroll down, you're going to see this is where all your personal information will be. You can change your email. You can change your phone number. If you want, you can add a picture. Okay, you would just choose the file and upload it here so you can make it really personalized. And of course, there are certain parameters and it'll tell you right here along the side. And then the most important thing is if you choose to change your web handle, you have the ability to do so. So you would do this here under My Business Site. You'll type in the new web handle, you'll hit submit. If it's not taken, it will let you know and it'll change it for you. But if it's taken, you will get an error message letting you know that that's not available. Okay. My reports, that's where you go for your checks. So if you want to look at your checks, you want to look at your commission checks. If you want to look at your sales volume, you're going to go here under My Reports. And marketing tools, that's your basic, like I said, basic PowerPoints. That's the Monday night presentations that you may see. Trainings, like I said, basic as well. These are just basic documents. And then we also have the Documents tab. So this is also where you go. This is really important. We have a lot of people who may want brochures or pamphlets. You can find this under this tab, under the Document tab, okay, in the back office. So if you have a client who wants information on our health and wellness products, this is where you would go. If somebody's asking about Traverse Go, which is our travel club, you have the ability to bring up these brochures, okay? Really important. You also have the ability to do your sales receipts, your product order form if you wanted to fax something into the home office. Maybe you're having trouble on the website, or maybe you're at an event and somebody wants to order product with you right there and they don't want to go to the website. You can fill out that sheet, fax it into the home office. Okay, and then of course you have the ability to upgrade. That's only for people who did not come in under the holiday promotion and they need to upgrade their package. If you came under the holiday promotion, you already have everything. So pat yourself on the back, you got a great value. Okay, so next we're going to look at TG Marketplace, just so that I'm just going to kind of go tab by tab. So TG Marketplace in a nutshell. This is our health and wellness program. This is where Traverse Go is. This is also where you can find your Success Training Institute, Flex, then your deductor. So this is everything that you have paid for within your business. I'm just going to give a very brief overview because I don't want anybody to get overwhelmed. So if you look here, these products, though it may not seem like health and wellness ties into travel, it actually does. And what our company has done by introducing this product and buying into these type of health and wellness products is very, very forward thinking. So if you look at this, one of the things that I love about this company is we do have Recharge. For those of you who are very new to the business, this is excellent for a source of energy. It is a capsule. It's a supplement that you take. It will make you drink more water. It will also curb your appetite, so it will reduce your cravings. Especially if you like sweets, it reduces the cravings. It has some chromium in it, so it really forces you to drink that water. So it's really good for those people who aren't ideal when it comes to water drinking. And it also supports mental clarity and gives you a little bit of a mood elevation. So it's a nootropic drug, or a supplement, I should say. In nootropics, if you look that up online, you can Google that. Nootropics have a lot of research that back up that they're actually really good for mental clarity and also for mood. You can also look that we have the caffeine type coffee. I'm sorry. We also have coffee, which is Recharge, and those are really discreet packets. You can just drop it into your water. So this is really ideal for those people who are in and out of flights and going back and forth on planes and things of that nature. They can take these packets, they can drop it into the hot water, they can stir it up, put their coffee creamer in there, their sugar in it, however they take their coffee, it tastes exactly the same. But it's really good because it's healthier and it has more benefits than a standard cup of coffee. Then you have Rebalance. The only thing I want you to take away from that is Rebalance is a probiotic. So it protects the gut. It prevents, any type of, bad bacteria from growing because it's going to give you that good bacteria and that good flora. Especially, if you're traveling and you're eating food from different places, you're touching germs on and off aircraft. And then, of course, we also have our mosquito net, which is really good for those who travel to maybe the Caribbean and they're more prone to getting bit by mosquitoes. It protects you. You take it a couple of weeks prior to traveling, and then you're good to go. It also protects against bed bugs, so that's also good to know. And then we have our Zing, which is very similar to that 5-hour energy shot, but much healthier. You don't get that niacin flush for those people who've ever experienced that with Zing. So that's actually really good for those people who need that little boost of energy on the go, but want it to be discreet. And with it only being 2 ounces, it's awesome, especially getting through security. You can take it on the plane with you. If you're traveling, you can drop it in your purse and you'll get right through security with that. And then, of course, we have the ability to offer samples. So if you like the product or if you want to maybe get into that part of the business and you want that option to offer this to your clients or even offer it to friends and family, you have the ability to have these sample packets where you can actually give it to them on the go. Of course, it's more sanitary and it's closed up, so it's going to keep it clean and it's going to keep it from dropping in the bottom of somebody's purse or bag. Okay. So now we're actually going to come out of that part, out of the marketplace. And the next thing we'll look at the mind. Okay. Now this is where STI or Success Training Institute is located. So if you ever hear anybody refer to soft skills or refer to our Global Legacy Initiative program, this is what they're talking about. This is not mandatory. This is another option to give you the knowledge and the foundation that you'll need to get started in the business. It's also going to give you the ability to develop soft skills. So maybe you're not the best when it comes to presentation, or maybe you're not the best when it comes to building that rapport or being able to market yourself or brand yourself. This has some really awesome not only leadership programs, but personal development program. And the thing that I love about this the most, especially with having the Success Training Institute, is that depending on where you work, most of these certifications that you obtain through this training are actually transferable, meaning that you should be able to use these in your current position to show your boss or to show your supervisor that you're taking the time to invest in yourself on a different level outside of maybe your normal work requirements or your normal corporate requirements. So it's a really nice program. But the best part about it is that anytime that you take a course, which is free, but anytime you take a course, you actually help somebody who's less fortunate. So it really allows you to be that philanthropist and pay it forward. And then next we're going to go to that body tab. And of course, this is where we talked about the nutrition. So I'm not going to go over this again. This is, these are the capsules that we talked about along with the probiotics. Now, spirit, this is where you really want to focus, especially if you join for the purpose of booking travel. You are going to spend the majority of your time under this spirit tab. So bookmark it, save it, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. If you have come into this business, whether it be to travel on a personal level, whether it be to book travel for other people, or whether it be to, maybe learn and have a little bit of a hobby or even a career for that matter, you're going to spend the majority of your time under the Spirit tab. Now, to get started, the first thing you should be doing, especially if you came in here for the travel perks or the ability to earn income through booking travel, you want to make sure that you are logging in to Extreme Travel and that you are taking the travel certification. XTU is the travel certification. So when you log in, you're going to click right here, Access Now. Now, for those people who are new, understand that what it's going to do is going to prompt you to enter in your information. It is also going to ask you to enter in a credit card. Don't worry, we ask you to enter in a credit card because previous to you joining, you had to pay for the training. Now that is all included in your price. So once again, you join at a great time. So now it's included in your price. And so what you'll do is you'll enter that information in, but the balance should say 0. So nothing will be charged. It is just the way the computer system works. It still has it programmed like that. Okay, so fast forward. You log in. You have 7 modules. Okay, take these at your own pace. You do not have to sit down and take this all at once. Take this at your own pace. When you're done with your 7 modules, you're going to get a certificate that shows that you have successfully completed your training. It's going to look like this. Print it out, frame it, screenshot it, blast it on social media, let the world know. Not only do you have the ability to book travel, but you have the credentials to back up your expertise because you have taken the extra step in investing in yourself and learning how things work on the inside of the travel industry. Okay, this is what separates you from those who book travel just for the heck of it versus those like us who have taken that extra time and invested in getting more knowledge. Okay, so you get those, you get that training out of the way and then you're all set. Okay, now if you're focusing on travel, my strong suggestion would be that in addition to taking this training, that you also explore the other trainings that we have with vendors. Pick a vendor. Maybe make it your goal once a month to do a specific vendor training. Okay? That way you're getting familiar with each vendor. Now, just so you know, you don't have to take the vendor training. Okay? So it's not mandatory to book with the vendors, but it's a really nice tool to have under your belt because not only are you increasing your knowledge, but you're also increasing your credibility because clients can, you can tell your clients, hey, I took that course. I'm an expert when it comes to Carnival Cruises. I'm an expert when it comes to Norwegian. I understand how travel impressions work. Okay, so this is really, this kind of allows you to specialize in a specific area of travel. Okay, so once again, it doesn't mean that you can't book travel with those specific vendors in the absence of the training. The training is simply giving you the extra knowledge and the extra expertise. Okay, so you can still book anywhere. Now, when you're done with your training, one thing that you're going to notice too, you're going to have access to your vendor list. So I'm going to click on this and I'll show you what you'll see. So when you're all done with your vendor list, with your training, you should see your vendor list. Your vendor list is going to look like so. You will not see this unless you have done your certification. So if you log on and you try to look at it now and you have not completed that XTU training, it's going to be blank. So get your training done first and then you'll see this. Now you'll notice that these have ribbons. With the ribbons, all that means is that's preferred vendors. Perk of using a preferred vendor, more commission. Okay. Now what you'll need, and you're going to notice this too, if you're ever calling information in and you're booking a trip directly with the vendor, you're going to notice that you're going to be asked a few questions that you may not be familiar with. You're going to be asked what your IATAN number is or your IATA number. That is this number. You're going to also notice, if you scroll down here, the CLIA number, which is used for the cruise lines, or ARC number, is also the same, that 45609-642. If you're ever asked what the fax number is, it's this number. However, if you're ever asked what the phone number is, it's going to be over here, this 214-383-0122. Okay? If you're ever asked the name of the travel company, we are always Extreme Travel. You may be ABC Travel, but anytime you're talking to a vendor, you're going to always go under Extreme Travel because that is our host agency and you are an independent agent within that host agency. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So this is where you're going to see all the vendors. Now, I have to say this. If you see a vendor, or if you don't see a vendor on here, but it's a vendor that you want to book with, don't worry. You can still book with them. It's just that you would just have to call it in directly. So you can Google the number and get it that way and just make sure you use the travel agent line. If you want to filter it based on cruises, click that tab. Now it's just only going to show you the cruise lines. Okay? If you hover over it or if you click on any of these, it's going to tell you what to do to register. So click on it. It's going to tell you exactly how to register. It's going to give you the website link. You can just click on there and you can go from there. They make it really, really simple, guys. Now, another thing that I love about this, of course, like I said, we showed you the cruises. Now we're going to show you the hotels tabs. Once again, there you go. It's going to show you the vendors that only book hotels, not vacation packages. So no flights, just hotels, even though Expedia tab we can book flights on. And then if you're looking at escorted tours, so that's for those people who want to travel maybe to Mediterranean areas or maybe Africa or Asia, and they want to take a vacation, not only with a vacation package, but they want a private tour or maybe a group tour. You're going to look at underneath that tab. If you have somebody who needs travel protection and they did not get it when they originally booked their package with you, you can look here for the travel insurance vendors. And then, of course, we also have the activities and specialty. So if you have somebody who is traveling, they want to do excursions, click on here. You can kind of play around with it and see, where you go for those things. Golden Tickets is just like Ticketmaster. That's where you're going to go for your concerts and your plays and things of that nature. And then, of course, if you're looking at ground transportation, you have the ability to use any of these vendors for that. And then rail, of course, because we do have rail. You can use any of these vendors for rail. And the same thing here, condos and villas. This is one of my favorite tabs because we actually have villas of distinction, which is luxury. So if you have clients who want butler service or who want in-house staff, you have the ability to use that. One Fine Stay is mostly for European destinations, but a really awesome vendor nonetheless. And then, of course, this is the air tab. But so you can use Fairbuzz, you can use Expedia, or you can use Trip Pro. Now, if you ever have an issue, let's say, you need help with something, you can enter in a ticket right here. If you ever want to know where your travel commissions went, maybe your client went on the trip and you just don't, you haven't had that commission hit yet and you're looking for it. If you want the company, the home office to search for that commission, they can do it. They do ask that you at least wait until 90 days until the trip has been taken. So 90 days after that vacation has been taken, then you can submit that inquiry where they'll look for it and they'll find out exactly where that commission went. Okay. Now, the only exception, I'm going to show you the booking desk, but when you are using your booking desk, you log everything. The only exception to that is going to be if somebody books on your website. So if somebody books on that front end website that we showed you in the very beginning, it's going to automatically pull that reservation over to your booking desk. Anything else needs to be logged. So if you use Apple Vacations, log it. Royal Caribbean, log it. Carnival, log it. If you book excursion, jet skis, water skis, private yacht, whatever you're booking has to be logged in the booking desk. Otherwise, you will not get paid. Okay, so please make sure that you are logging those things in the booking desk. I'm going to click on that tab so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so you can click on that. If you want to post a booking, this is what you do. Okay, so please, whenever you get that booking, post it right away because otherwise you'll forget. And then, once they pay it out, it's very hard to get it back. So with this, you're going to post that booking. You're going to select the vendor. Okay, so whatever you use, that's what you're going to select. Your booking number is also the same as your confirmation number or also the same as your reservation, depending on which vendor, but it should be the confirmation that you have. You're going to put the passenger name. Okay, if it's a group, you're going to put that. If you have additional passengers, please make sure you add that. Okay, you're going to put the travel start date, so the date of departure, please put that there. And then you're going to put the total amount that you paid or that the client paid. Okay, and then you're going to submit it. And that's going to log to your booking desk. So that's how you do that. But please, please, please log everything with the exception of things that are booked on your front office. These are the resources. So like I said, you're going to spend a lot of time on this tab, especially if you're focusing on travel. So resources. So if you ever have questions about visas or passports, or even if you have safety questions, there's a lot of things going on with security around the world. There are, safety issues when it comes to traveling. You can go straight to this website. It's an excellent resource. It's going to tell you the current information, the up-to-date information. If you want to specialize or become, we're already a part of CLIA, but if you want to specialize in CLIA, or if you want to obtain your CLIA card, which is awesome to have, you can click on here and you can read a little bit more about that as well as obtain your individual CLIA card. MailPound, I like this too because this also allows you to market yourself to a mass amount of people. And it also offers promotions and discounts to you as the agent, but it gives you an ability to expose your clients to your product or your new business by way of mass promotions. And then of course you have TripAdvisor. So if you're ever wondering, like, whether or not a hotel is a really good place to stay, or if the resort got really good ratings, you can go to TripAdvisor. Spoiled Agent, one of my favorite places to go, favorite websites to go on. This tells you agent rates. So if you want to travel on a personal level, please, please, please get very familiar with this website called Spoiled Agent. It's absolutely free. Okay. Only thing you have to do is create a login, but it's free to you. So this is where you go if you want to know what the travel agent rate would be. So please use that. These are the travel forms that you're going to be using for booking travel. So if you have a client that wants to travel by land, they need a package. This is for you to fill out the client profile for the land. Same thing for profile cruise. It is a great way to stay organized in the business without, kind of feeling like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. These are really great forms. You write the information down. You can put it in the file cabinet, however you want to do it, but it allows you to go back and have something to reference when you're looking up that travel. Then you have the custody affidavits, which is great, especially if you have somebody who is a single parent and they're traveling with a child that's a minor. This is going to be something that's going to need to be filled out. And then you also have the group payment forms, which is really great for those people who are doing group bookings. It keeps you organized. The most important thing that you want to take away from this is this credit card authorization form. Anytime you are doing a transaction with a client, unless they're going to on your website to book it, anytime you are doing a transaction with that client, please, 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 please cover yourself and get that credit card authorization form filled out. You can email this to them. You can send it via text. It is a PDF form. They can print it out. They can fax it back. They can e-sign it and fax it back to you electronically. They can take a picture of it after they've signed it. But whatever you do, you need this credit card authorization form to be filled out for any transaction. This is going to protect you in the event that you ever get a charge back. You do not want to, try to prove that somebody authorized you to make a payment, especially if they start to dispute it. Okay. This is the help tab. Get familiar with this. If you have any questions, you can look here, and this is all about the travel. So you can always look here. Most of the questions that you have will be found underneath that tab. Okay, so that's all found underneath the tools. And like I said, we're still inside of XTU. So now we're going to come out of XTU. Now, a lot of people, they ask about the member trips. This is the member trips. So these member trips, this is a really great way for you to experience travel, of course, at a wholesale rate. So this is the lowest rate that you're going to get without the commission, without the markup. These are already prepackaged. So whenever you hear us talk about member trips, this is what we're referring to. Friends and family can come along with you, but you cannot send a friend or family on this vacation without you. You have to be an agent to use these trips and to take advantage of these trips. These change regularly, so you'll never see the same destinations twice. You're going to always have a different variety to choose from in terms of destinations. But these are really good to look at. They're really, really deeply discounted, so you can take advantage of these personal travel perks and use them. And they begin right away. So, use them. Take advantage of it, especially if you have that time. Take advantage of it. Now, let's say, for instance, you get a client and, you really don't want to book travel. Maybe you just got into it for your own personal use. Maybe you needed a tax shelter, but you have somebody that approaches you and they want to book a trip. Don't worry, you don't have to lose money. You can refer the travel to the home office. Okay, you'll click on either of these tabs, so either cruises or land package. You'll click on it. You'll send it to the home office. The home office will book the travel for you, but you still get 25% commission. Very awesome tool, especially if you don't have that time. Last but not least, we have Traveras Go, which is our travel club. And the way that this works is it allows you to experience wholesale rates, just like the member trips. But the difference is instead of you just experiencing the wholesale rates, you actually accumulate loyalty points that you can use, towards future travel. So if you are in the business, enrolled in the business, you're going to already sign in as already a member. Okay, so take a look at that, browse it. See if you like it, but this is for agents. Okay, friends and family can come along with you as well, and you can also add people to your travel profile if you want them to be able to use the perks in your absence. But this is our travel club. And also, just so you know, as a side note, if somebody wants to take advantage of these prices that they see in Traveras Go, but they don't want to become an actual travel professional through Traveras Global, they don't have to. They can actually just buy Traveras Go and they can pay for that. So they won't get the tax shelter with it like they do with the business. No tax shelter, no ability to earn commission, but they will get the discounted prices and they'll still accumulate the loyalty points. Okay. Next, I'm going to show you our team website because that's really important. I want to make sure that you have all the resources. So our team website is theteamexplosion.net. It is an awesome website. The one thing I love about this culture is that we really give you so many different options and so many different tools to learn the business. And, we really believe in, giving you every single option to plug in. And a lot of people feel like, especially if they come in only to book travel, that they don't have to attend the activities or, really embark in learning. But it truly is a shift because you're learning, even though you may be a pro in another area, you're an amateur when it comes here. So it's really important for you to plug in and get the knowledge, especially if you want to earn income. If you're not looking for the income, you don't have to worry about it. But if you're looking to obtain some income, you should really utilize these resources and take advantage of the culture that we have and really plug into the business. And like I said, this is one of the websites. This is our team website. So if you ever hear us refer to the team website, this is what we're talking about. Okay, we're not talking about your Traveras Global website anymore. We're talking about the Team Explosion website. So this is theteamexplosion.net. You can click on any of these tabs here. You'll see that you have travel training right here. So if you're really focused on travel, please click on this tab, review it. It is password protected, and we do change the password often, so I'm not going to mention it on here. Just get with the person who sent you this video and ask them for the current password, and they'll give that to you. You can also subscribe to the latest updates because we often will send out a mass email. So if you want to make sure that you're in the loop, please subscribe to those things. Of course, we also have Entrepreneurial Academy, and then we also have marketing training and mindset training. So we have a lot of tools for you to use. Okay, so this is theteamexplosion.net. In addition to our website, like I said, we're going to make sure that you really have that knowledge that you need to be successful. We also have our private Facebook page. Okay, so I love, love, love this. And the reason I love this is because, let me minimize all this stuff. I don't know how I got all this. But I love this because we have our Team Explosion Facebook page. And this is where you're going to also plug in to the latest activities. So if you want to know what's going on, please log on. Please make sure that you're included in this Facebook page because otherwise you will miss some really, really pertinent information. And even if you're not big on social media, please at least utilize it specifically to get the information that you need so that your business is successful and is growing. Okay, so this is our private Facebook page. You have to be in the business to be a part of this Facebook page. This is where your activities are. This is where we will update you if we have any type of outside training, in addition to what the company gives. But if some of the leaders are doing any type of webinars, this is where you're going to see it. This is also where you're going to see where we celebrate people who book travel. We also celebrate those who hit promotions from marketing the business. But this is where you're really going to plug in and really get that knowledge that you need. Okay, so this is our private Facebook page. So I hope that this was helpful. My main goal was just to give you a brief orientation on how the business works, and I hope that you found value in this. But I want to say welcome aboard. We are glad to have you here, and please, please, please always speak up and get the knowledge that you need. Welcome aboard.